we do see Diggy and his teams for the first time. They're going for the super regeneration strategy to make sure that nobody dies, because Diggy provides the immunity to qual control, and his teams requires a lifesteal, which is insane.
All right, let's get into it. Game 1 of our grand final. Best of 5 instead of best of 3. We've got the best casters in the world. We've got Assassin Dave, and also Capitalist is there as well. Let's get into it, my friends. Bring it on.
Yeah, I know Slacks was telling you to lie earlier, Dave, and that's a good example of a lie. Best casters in the world. I will try and be a okay caster for this best of 5 grand finals. We've got the BloodThirstyKings, who have been sort of like the kings of North America for the longest time. Let's see if they get dethroned by Generation X, who picked up what is a pretty unorthodox grab so far, right? We finally get to see the SDs, which I was asking you about earlier. I was like, what, this hero is supposed to be really good. Where is it? And we're finally going to be able to see it. Nicolette's going to be playing that. Why do you think they went this route?
I really don't see it, because they have 2 very squishy, 1 mid lane, 1 just support. They're not very mobile. They don't have a lot of mechanism. They have quite a bit of appeal, that's for sure. If the whole goal is to keep Natan alive, they're doing it. You know, they got Diggy that again provides immunity to qual control that can help Nathan to get away from Akai, which makes sense, make a lot of sense in this particular case, because Akai's ultimate pins through the wall and Diggy cancels that completely. On top of it, Estes at the same time provides a heal. But remember, like, if the burst damage comes through way too quick, you might not have enough time to actually peel through that, because you have a Roger, you have an Export, you have Kagura. It all comes down to execution. Roger comes in with the skill 1.
Oh, Roger's hungry, and he's gonna take that little owl apart. Oh my goodness. Mova Zane, he's ready to go, and now they're maybe looking at Yu Zhong, though he's certainly a harder target to be able to bring down with his tankiness.
Yeah, and also another thing worth noting, this is the first time we see Zane on the Roger in this tournament. Really, now you get to see why people keep on banning. Ooh, before that, look at Shark and Zane jumping in.
Zane is jumping in. Shark not really able to help him with how low he is. Maybe thinking about it, Zane just barely able to get it away with just a sliver of a shield. Churro bounces back as well. Cardi actually going in for the last insanity hit. That's going to be able to pop the Estes. No chance of life stealing that one, and gets the double as our poor little roamer Al is going to fall as well. Diggy's gone, and damn, jeez, they are just destroying BTK, up 4-0, 2.5 minutes in, starting out this grand finals and a bang, and maybe an unfortunate look into the future at what could be a one-sided series at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. For the side of Gen X, yes, they pick heroes that make sense, but it might make too much sense. That might pick themselves into a corner. You saw they don't really have a front line. Everybody have to get away when teamfight happens. I understand they try to peel, I understand they try to protect, but Natan works best with the tank. You might pick Diggy as a mage and get an actual tank, but look at the Diggy popping the ultimate to dodge a qual control. Doesn't have any damage. You know, they can't return in fire. Churro, Shark try to get away. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Hurricane form on out of there. He's just gonna dance himself away with that extra movement speed. Kai's fine, and Generation X yet to be able to find their first opening kill of this game 1 in a best of 5 grand finals. They had to give up Turtle. How are other side lanes doing here? As Yuta, certainly somebody to look out for on that Alice. We had a great Alice performance earlier, and Yuna looking to be able to have somewhat of a repeat performance.
Yeah. And also I gotta give credit to Chicken on that Ruby. He's one of the best Ruby players in North America at this point, and you saw the beautiful mechanic on the bottom, in the mid lane, when he all flickered with a clutch timer and get the pull onto Yu Zhong in the mid lane. So that was just really, really good. Every single mechanic with this Ruby, you can flicker and then ult, and you can ult or flicker. There are many things you can do, and this guy has mastered them all. So not too many people have the opportunity to play this hero. A lot of people think Ruby's quite boring, but in actual combat, BTK is having a lot of success with this hero. Look at his camp.
Yeah, it's just entirely about the flicker rate. Oh, he just keeps on going. Zane is able to bring down Diggy and get out, as they do have the Black Dragon form coming in. Does manage to get it right on top of him there. Shark ignoring it, just goes into the Hurricane. unable to get the control there. Chicken managed to grab Zia there for a moment while Mobazane just throwing out the damage to force back the rest of Generation X. Ultimately, Generation X failing to find any kills. Once again, just Shark. He gets a little bit low, and even if they do get him, he's like the 5 position, right? He's the roamer. He doesn't matter if he dies, but they can't even kill him because that ultimate just allows him to be able to speed away.
Yeah, at the same time, you saw what Shark did. The moment when the dragon comes down to the demon form, Shark activated that ult at the right timing, pushing Regrets back. Make sure Regrets didn't find any more damage into Zane's HP. This is why the players combo so well into each other. They know how to play with each other. They know how Zane plays when Zane engages, Shark engages, and they know when Zane needs help, Shark is right there to help. So here it is, the turtle fight.
Looking for the seal. He actually goes into the enemy team with that hurricane dance and does manage to get a bit of a push back into the team while they're going to be able to focus down his Steez. Steez, time and time again, being focused at the start of a fight. Cardi, with that last insanity, is going to jump out now that he's in his range form. And I didn't actually see who grabbed the turtle. I just saw the big jump in from Akai, but I didn't see who grabbed the turtle hit.
Oh, I think it's Natan. Natan grabbed a turtle fairly early, and sure enough, you can see the turtle shield on top of him. You know, I gotta say, Generation X, despite the disadvantageous early game, they're doing a really good job protecting Natan. Natan's 0-0-2. Yeah, you see Diggy dying 3 times, you see dying 3 times, but who cares about their death, right? I mean, as long as Natan stays alive, that's the main damage source. This one-shot Prince we're talking about, if targets stand together, he can one-shot the entire team. His skill's AoE. His auto attack is AoE because he throws a little thing and then come back. So it kills everything in the way. So this character is one-shot your entire team, Prince. Now that's why they're counting on every single damage coming from this character. Yuzhong is more of a nuisance. I think Alice's point is doing the same thing. They try to zone do area control effect, but mainly it's going to be the taunt that's going to be doing the majority of the damage.
And Zia, we trust Flame Shot going out. They've been just constantly throwing out that flame shot. I've just noticed it a couple times. Kagura just throws it out there to see if he can kind of mess with Zia while he's jungling. That one not landing, but the first one he threw out, pretty solid land. Mobazane gonna move towards the top half of the map as they are waiting for the next turtle to be able to spawn. Regrets does manage to jump himself away and still has his black dragon form in the bank here, and he's gonna pop it now. The turret's already dead. They're gonna go for the team fight, but Kagura is just too much damage. Nicola looks to be able to jump away. This Steez is gonna be healed up a little bit more, and they do manage to bring down Zane. Shark is gonna be up next. Shark jumping, Cardi trying to interfere a little bit, throwing out some flames where he can, but Alice is able to clutch that one, get on top of Churro as well. Kagura is dead, goes back to Cardi. Cardi with no armor left. Generation X wipe the floor with the BloodThirstyKings.
What a play over there. Yuzhong was hyper-focused. Regrets. We talked about this. This is a character that you gotta be watching out for. The uprising star already. Giant North America. Look how target focused. This guy has his eyes set on prize, and the prize is Zane. Looks beautiful, beautiful timing. With the skill 3 and the petrified combo, got Zane to his knees. Taking down Zane's entire team in BDK. Just lost his center. Look, they lost all the damage that they have, and all of a sudden they're on full retreat. I think BDK had a good beginning. It's just Regrets in this play, focusing on that Zane. What a beautiful, beautiful initiation.
And Generation X now up in net worth for the first time in this game by a bit, just a small amount, 500, but certainly a big comeback for them, and showing that they certainly can take on 5-time champs here as Kagura. Hey, that is unfortunate for him. 7-7, Generation X evening out the kill score. Now they are going to be the ones controlling the map, and a good time to do it too, right? Because we got the Lord spotting up as Alice is in some trouble. The dragon going off the map to make sure that they can't finish him off. Regrets a little bit cheesy, but he makes it work.
Yeah, that's one of the mechanics, man. When you don't have anyone who can chase this dragon off the map, Farsa can do the exact same thing. They can just fly off the map and make sure they're untargetable. The timer is limited, so Regrets obviously already saving a tier 2 tower, able to fly himself to safety. Diggy taking quite a bit of damage here. He does have the ultimate to pop the flicker. Look at his Steez. Look at that heal. This is the moving fountain we're talking about. If you don't have anti-heal, which I don't think BTK has right now, if you can take a look at the item tab to see what kind of anti-heal are they having at this point, what kind of items they're building. The entire BTK have actually have 2 anti-heal already. Churro with the anti-heal, and you have Ruby as the dominant size. They have decent amount of item. It's just not working right now with the Diggy and this combo.
Yeah, that's why they've been trying to focus down his Steez at the very start to prevent that Blessing of the Moon Goddess. But right now, it's keeping everybody from Generation X happy, healthy, and Regret sees an opportunity to be able to catch somebody here. It's going to go for Chicken. That burst will be quite good enough underneath the tower. Shark looking to be able to stun. Yuno tried to dive in, saw both Zane as well as the very low health Ruby, but couldn't get either one of them. So close to another big team fight win for Generation X, but if they could just secure the Lord, that'd be worth it, or maybe they can actually get Cardi. Yuno's going to be able to get on top of him. Bloodo doing some good damage. Last Insanity explodes, does manage to flicker on out here. Mobazane returning fire onto the Yuna, and Generation X need to be able to reset here. And it looks like we're still going to have an opportunity to contest for the Lord. It's going down fast, though. Half health already. If BTK wants to be able to do this, they've got to get there now. Mobazane set up, ready to dive into that Wolf Form mood necessary, but it's going to be the one-shot Prince who takes the Lord, and now they're going to be able to get the Ruby as well. Cardi trying to get out, but no chance. Natad finishes him off with the help of a dive in from Alice. They've got the Lord coming. They've got a push onto the mid tower. Generation X, they're not messing around. They come at the king. You best not miss. Well, Generation X, they are marksmen through and through. Every shot landing. They're going to be able to bring down this tier 2 next. Mobazane trying to get Zia right now, but there's the Blessing Moon. Got still enough burst damage still from Zane to be able to bring him down. And now the Hurricane Dance is actually pushing him into the wall. This is dangerous. Nicolette needs to be able to get away, but Shark pounces on him as the Panda. At the same time, Regrets does manage to at least get Churro, but that was not the fight. Generation X, they had so much momentum, and it turned against them a little bit.
Yeah, they were pushing just a little bit too aggressively. Zia was, I think, a little bit too forward on the position. And yes, I understand they're in the lead, but this is definitely going to give the breathing room BTK so desperately needed in this game. You have 2,000 gold behind currently. So on the BTK side, this is the only game this entire tournament that we see BTK on their toes. This is why that whoever wins this tournament, and it's going to be BTK, need to be practicing with each other to prepare for M3. Because this is so important for the North America teams to come together and really prepare for the Worlds. Because this is the quality games that we want to see throughout the whole tournament. I'm so happy we got to see BTK on their toes, because this is awesome. This is a great match.
Yeah, we need the viewers to come together as well. There's over 10,000 of you guys watching right now. And if we get to 12,000, we'll unlock that next set of rewards, next set of drops for everybody. So get your friends in here to be able to watch what is actually turning out to be a very hype finals, best of 5 between the Bloodthirsty Kings and Generation X. Now, 12.5 minutes in, a 9-10 lead right now for Generation X, who have just a little bit of a lead, 1,300 net worth. I mean, this late into the game, that's not that big of a deal, right?
Yeah, it's nothing at all. It's nothing burger at this point, right? Like BTK, this is the thing what I like about them. Even when they lose, you will see the farm. Everybody's still Verver farmed up. You can look at Zane's farm, level 15, right? They were behind for the whole time, but yes, somehow Zane is still up there. Let's take a look at the item tab one more time to see he just finished the Brute Force Breastplate. To make sure he's sustained and stay alive from the dive from this incredible dragon by Regrets. Let's take a total gold. Zane's at 9,000 gold compared to a 10,000 gold Natan, just 1,000 gold behind. Now, there is going to be a lot of dive from the Yuzhong, from the Alice, and possibly Natan, but most likely Yuzhong, and Zane knows that, so he built a Brute Force Breastplate. Going forward to the next team fight, he's going to have that taken care of, not going to die right away from that burst, which is going to be really, really good for them. Allows him to coast in. Remember, if Zane gets 1 kill and then proc the high and dry on the passive of the emblems, he's going to get another kill really, really quickly. So it all comes down to the next team fight. Can Zane get the first kill taken down really fast? Look at the bottom line. He's damaged online. Literally almost one shot of the Yuna, who was 4-0-2 at this point.
Yeah, seriously. Yuna down to just about a quarter of her health from Zane's bit of a poke there. but it seems like both the teams are mostly just waiting for this next round of the Lord. But the big advantage for Generation X is they're still holding on to this tower that they're kind of huddled around right now. Regrets doesn't want to get caught out, does have a leap away before anybody can catch him. Now, Lord, 12 seconds. BTK setting up in the bushes, and at the same time, Yuzhong is also here. Ruby trying to be able to grab him, pull him somewhere. Yuzhong's actually going to stick here, goes into the Black Dragon form. Perfect time to be able to turn this as the rest of his team is following up. He's trying to keep Cardi in place, but the Dragon actually dies. That extra HP, he had trusted it to be able to stay alive, but BTK were able to focus him down. Not quite good enough, and now they've got the numbers advantage to be able to take this Lord potentially. And Generation X, are they going to give this up without their Yuzhong, who's been integral to so many of these team fights? Zia, poking here. Churro in some trouble. Needs to be able to jump away. Ruby helping to be able to collect. Mobazane right in the middle of them. Turns into that wolf form and chases down the Natad. The jungler down. The damage is gone. And now Zane is just free to be able to clean up the rest of Generation X as Yuna puts out what damage she can, but she can only lifesteal so much. Look at Chicken, a sliver of health there. Cardi at half of his actual health. Mobazane was a little bit low, but ultimately he didn't have a helping hand, Dave. It was just Yuna against the world.
Yep, and this is what I'm talking about on BTK. When their side lane comes to the team fight, they don't spread around. They focus on one target. When Yuzhong goes in, you see the entire BTK start running back towards Zane. And because X4 ultimate, they're able to kill the Yuzhong, kill the flying dragon, and then all hell break loose. Zane was hyper focused on that Natan. You know, he goes in 1 versus 4. He just needed 1 kill. He gets it, and now BTK gets the Lord. This is a turning ground.
Yeah, they're getting desperate. Mobazane's so low, but Nicolette, he didn't have any damage left. They tried to go for it to Regrets. Regrets was also hoping to be, oh, wow. That lifesteal. Look at him just chunk his way up. Does manage to get the kill onto the Ruby, but it would have been massive if they killed Zane. The Lord is coming. Generation X may have given themselves a bit of a breathing room with the Ruby dead to be able to deal with this Lord.
Yeah, still, this is a level 12, minute 12 Lord is level 2. This Lord does have the extra skill, extra HP, extra everything here. Bottom lane is rushing, marching forward to the base. This Export already poking this Alice away. The tower, look at just the minion damage onto the turret. A few cannon onto the tower. The cannon is already down 1/3 of its health. That's how strong this type of super minions are, empowered by the Lord. You know, multi-purposes. Oh, look at engage though from Churro on the Kagura.
Yeah, Churro, but Cardi, he's gonna have to get himself away from this dragon, but the dragon landing does manage to get a good sweep of damage here. The Moon God is keeping everybody pretty healthy on the side of Generation X, healing them all up, but they didn't really have the catch to be able to keep BTK from getting out. And ultimately, they do lose their tier 3 at bottom due to the minion push.
Yeah, minions in the games are so strong. You cannot let the minion just go on their own way. You have to find someone to defend it. That's why it's so important, so important to constantly send out resources to defend the minion waves when enemy takes the Lord. This is also why when you freeze the lane, it's such an important mechanic that you have to do as a team. Like, if you don't do that, it's really hard for you to take down the tower because enemy can defend the lane 1 by 1. But before that hook comes in,
oh no, Nicolette got grabbed! Nicolette gets pulled into her death. The Steez is already gone. Regrets is going to try and do the same to Churro here, but Churro, okay, they do manage to get the Kai, so he's gone at least. Yuna, not able to stay on top of some of these. Throws out the orb, not going to jump to it for now. But Nicolette, I'm not sure what, I didn't see what grabbed her there. I'm not sure if it was a pushback there from Kagura or what, but they just managed to grab Nicolette and take Steez down first in the fight.
Yeah, it was Chicken who started with the ultimate to grab the Nicolette first, but then I think Diggy was really trying to save the ultimate for Natan. He's like, I'm sorry, bro, look, wait for Nicolette to walk up just a little bit, and Ruby's like, whoop, and he got the hook, yeah. But Diggy for the longest time did not use ult. He was waiting. He wanted to save the ult for Natan because Natan's their hope and beacon. They want to save the very important skills to protect the Natan. You can see Diggy standing right on top of him, and that's why Nicolette was sacrificed, despite the fact a beautiful ultimate has landed on him. And also, Diggy is also saving his ult for a Kai, which is a very, very patient move from him. That actually might turn out to be the better decision for the side of Generation X. Oh, another hook.
Phone in, but this time around, it's not the super important target here. It's just a little support as Cardi is actually going to get burned out as Regret pushes back the rest of the team. And look at Yuta. Yuta's jumped onto 3 here with the Blood Ode, keeping it pretty healthy, but Zayn is just so strong, and he does manage to bring down Zia. Zia got one more shot onto Zayn, bringing him low. And look at now, losing today. He's chasing after the wolf, but it's just not good enough. They're going to turn around and get the Ruby, but Zayn is healing up now. They can still maybe sandwich him, checking the bushes where they can. And Zayn, they're going to see Shark, and they're probably just going to go for that instead. As invisible, but bound. Regrets is going to make sure that Shark is not going to be able to get away. Cardi, I don't think you want none of this. I don't think you want none of this, but he's going to try. He does have Zayn here. Zayn does manage to jump in, and damn, Yu Zhong. He just gets ripped apart by that percentage-based damage from Roger.
The unspoken bond in BTK in full display just now. You saw Zayn actually hiding in the bush, recalling, and Shark was distracting the whole team. He even popped the invisibility to pretend, hey, I'm giving the invisibility to my team. You gotta chase me here. This is where Zayn is. And they started chasing Shark. And when Zayn comes back, when Expo come back, they come back to save the Shark. What a great play. I'm loving this synergy right now.
Look at this sustain. Yuta, he was staying alive for so long. Now he does manage to get that extra bit of pop to stay alive, but Zayn ultimately does get the kill. That was an insane amount of life steal. The Lord is low, and Zayn, he looks to be able to finish off and should be able to, but the Khan does manage to get the kill on a guy. And Zayn so close to getting Zayn. He got everybody else, but it wasn't quite enough. He managed to finish up Zayn in that fight wide open, but sadly Generation X losing 4 here with the Lord on the way. This could be the end of what has been a very hyped game 1. 21 minutes in, 20-17, and BTK on the hunt. I guess they still have to go through this tier 2, and the Lord is still on his way, but it's going to be a hard defense for Generation X.
Yeah, I mean, Lord... that Zia came in with a skill 1 and a retreat. They got the Lord. He stole the Lord away. Oh, and now the Lord is pushing to the BTK.
I didn't even see that.
And now the Lord is just look. This is the only reason that BTK wasn't able to finish off the game. Zayn must be super tilted. This is actually might hurt BTK more than anything at this point of the game because it's a mental thing, right? Because if you lose that Lord in such a crucial time, you gotta feel a little bit tilted. I mean, I know your team is probably comforting you, thinking about, oh, don't worry about it, this is one Lord, we lost the high ground tower, so what? But like, as a player who is so competitive in this type of play, I mean, I wonder what's going through Zayn's head at this point. It's gotta be hard because that Lord is so much. I mean, imagine if BTK got that Lord, this is the game over. We're already going to the game 2 right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was so focused on Natan, like, as you were saying, the one-shot Prince doing so much damage to the entire team and, like, getting multiple kills. He killed Zayn as well. That would have been massive, but I didn't even notice the fact that he actually managed to snipe away the Lord as well. That is very hype. It actually keeps the game alive for Generation X.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That Lord steal was the least... I did not expect that to happen. Maybe Zayn just didn't have Retribution. I didn't pay attention to the skill timer. I think he just didn't have Retri, and Zia just come in with 1 skill 1. And by the way, the one-shot Prince is not known for one-shot Prince for nothing. He has a lot of burst damage. That skill 1 does incredible amount of damage, especially with the ultimate ready. Double the damage actually with penetration, quadruple the damage, true damage. So that skill 1 is something you cannot ignore. That's why he's called a one-shot Prince. He's able to steal the Lord away. Whew. Oh my goodness, what a game in game 1. This is the grand final we've been waiting for.
Yeah, BTK. They may be holding a very slight lead, but it's pretty much anybody's game right now, especially as they've lost one of their outer turrets. It's what are we gonna do here for the next 90 seconds? Are both teams just gonna be squaring off and waiting for that Lord to spawn, or do you anticipate we're gonna see some action before then?
I mean, I don't see anyone doing anything, to be honest, at this point. I think everyone's just gonna wait. Both teams are extremely cautious. Yeah, you're gonna see some poke going back and forth, but like in the end, like they still gotta wait for the Lord, to be honest, because no one want to take the first step. You gotta understand, Shark. The reason why Shark's not engaging close to you as much as he did before is because that Diggy, the ultimate, the immunity. You know, with Diggy is saving that all for a Kai. Generation X came in ready-handed. They planned this whole draft. They know Shark's gonna take out his signature hero, which is that Kai, and they planned Diggy. You know, this is such a cool pick in this particular match. and just kind of put BTK Shark in a different kind of state of mind. Before he was the engaged god, and now he really have to wait and time those engages. Don't get me wrong, his ultimate is still really on point. You saw he used ultimate twice to kind of push the regrets away every time he jumped back from the demon form, and another time where he engaged after Diggy ultimate. They're able to force Diggy to use ult and then engage. So, but look at Diggy, how patient he is. He got pulled to take a lot of damage. He was low, but he doesn't care, right? He just didn't use his ultimate. This is the patience on both teams.
Here comes that black drag with Yuta. Does manage to lock down onto 3, getting on top of the Blood Ode. The damage is okay, but it's not quite enough to be able to finish off that export. Forward Chicken is going to be the next target here. They want to be able to get somebody. Zane playing patient on the outskirts of this fight, and they're really grouped up now. Shark sees the opportunity to be able to pounce in, but the sustain is just insane. Shark jumps in and finds himself completely outnumbered. Gonna lose his immortality, but doesn't lose his second life. The shots in from Generation X were not quite good enough. Some recalls going down. The Lord is here, and neither team suffering a loss in that fight means 0 advantage for this Lord fight.
The combos, man. The combo from Diggy and Steez. They are carrying through the game. Look at her KDA, 0, 6, and 12, 1, 5, and 14. You're like, Dave, what the hell are you talking about? But if you look through the synergy, look through the KDA, that's what's carrying Generation X right now. They are protecting Zia like God. The Generation X not losing today. He is determined not to lose, right? With the ultimate, timed perfectly for Kai. Here it comes.
Zia, he sees an opportunity, gonna be pulled back in by the Ruby, needs to be able to get out, gets a little bit of distance, careful, the Lord too. Yuna is in the front, but it's gonna be a bit troublesome. The Lord actually bouncing some of them up. At the same time, the Kagura does end up going down. You can see far down, Shark is just sticking on top of Regrets, not letting him get away. They're gonna be able to burn him out probably twice here, as Regrets is stuck, nowhere to go to. BTK handedly win that fight, are going to be able to take the Lord unless something surprising happens. It doesn't this time. Nicolette and not losing today. They may be able to go back to their base, Dave, but nobody else is alive. They don't have a whole lot of damage left. It's 60 seconds still.
50 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that Flicker ultimate from Makai. Here it is.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now. They're going to be able to bring down a Steez, and that's the game. The crystal does go down, and BloodThirstyKings, in our longest game so far of the North American qualifier, just pull through in the last team fight. Generation X, one hell of a fight put up by them, but game 1 does go the way of the favorites.
Yeah, that's right, Cap. My friend, look at these stats right here. Absolutely beautiful stuff. BTK coming in with that victory, but with the most resistance they have ever received at the tournament. And I'm going to give that one to Diggy. My boy Diggy coming out there representing. Don't look at the stats. 0 and 6, not important. Diggy, boys. I do have some announcements here for you, my friends. A lot has happened in those games, and during that game, we hit a very important milestone. I promised you guys, if we got 12,000 people to watch the show, we would have a cooler giveaway for you. We did it in that grand finals, guys. You can redeem right now and get a bigger, badder chest, my friends. That's right. We got Lightborn sets in there, 5 different Lightborn sets. We got the Dracula skin. We got 300 dust. You guys have unlocked a better chest. Now, I've been keeping this on my chest a little bit. I've been keeping this from you because I didn't want to get you excited. But should we somehow hit the 15,000 mark, we have the best chest that we can give you guys. We're talking Sanguine Rose, Thunder Flash, Gill Girl, Lady Crane, Sky Blocker, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like 10 skins in this thing. I can't count, so that might not be accurate. But good, oldie, beautiful skins with 15.